Just guide me high.
All
All
right. All
right.
right.
So now we're live here with the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, and you are currently watching the Peer Connect. It is our WHO of the hour, and of course, this is Coach Miko, a certified life coach from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneur. So welcome po dito sa aming show, and our of course, interviewee for this hour is Mr. Al Madale from the Philippine Red Cross. And we are doing this video series as a service to our community during this time of physical isolation due to COVID-19. And we also have
Mm-hmm.
here our co host.
Yes, thank you, Coach Miko. And I am Coach Pastor Alan, also a change agent, certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneur. The Peer Connect, or
Mm-hmm.
Who of the Hour, is our initiative to connect with individuals in this area. So we connect to know what is their present situation, how they are representing to their present realities, and the outcome presently experienced as a result of the chosen response.
All right, so for
Mm-hmm.
the information of many, Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneur is based in Dallas, Texas, USA, with local presence through our 24/7 coaching hub at the Cup Coffee Republic, located in PC Compound, Capitolio, Pasig City. So we offer coaching on demand services any time of the day. So just connect through our 24/7 coaching hub, and you may contact us at this number 0917-586-1661, or you may visit our Facebook page at Life Coach Philippines. So we also
Yes,
provide life coach certification classes. And for those who are interested to become professional life coach like us, you may just visit our coaching hub.
and for those of you who are not aware, Coach Miko is also my batchmate on our
Oh,
certification class, Batch 12. Hello, batchmate.
Yes, say hello to our batchmates. And of course, uh,
And of course, to
mhm.
continue, let me introduce our Who of the Hour. It's Mr. Al Madale from Red Cross, correct?
yes. Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
So,
Yes po.
Mr. Al,
Mhm.
please, can you tell us more about you and your present situation, especially with your challenges in this global pandemic?
Yes. So, firstly, is thank you for this avenue that as a humanitarian worker, health humanitarian worker, who is working 24/7 on the field, we will have this kind of opportunity that we could really share informations with regards to this global pandemic. And as you have mentioned, Coach Pastor Alan and Coach
Mhm.
Miko, that we are already in a crisis. The Philippines have already declared not only state of health emergency but state of calamity because there is already a concern of numbers of confirmed cases of the COVID-19 virus in the Philippines has been increasing from the moment to moment. So currently, right now, I think that in all sectors, should I say, it could be from government, private sectors, and the NGOs that I am connected with, both international and local NGOs. Currently, right now, is they are still in the in my personal point of view, is that we are still in the stage of emergency response because I think one of the greatest gap right now that we have in the community and the hospital setup is that the issue on transmission. So as
Mhm.
you know that in terms of a government, they have ways of how to contain or prevent the transmission. And that is by, of course, imposing a home quarantine to everyone, and as well as
Mhm.
imposing a social distancing. That's why we have this enhanced community quarantines in different areas in the Philippines. And in terms naman in the medical setup or a hospital setup, the greatest challenge that we have right now is yun nga, the condition is that there are health workers who are actually having a challenge in terms of protecting themselves when they care for patients, whether these are positive or asymptomatic patients. Yan yung current picture right now. Even though that we have already a number of responses and different kinds of players and actors, as of this moment yesterday, we still have an increasing number of cases in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that information. Coach Miko, would you like to follow up on that question?
With regards to the growing number of cases po, it is this coming from the declared PUIs and PUMs?
Yes, siguro I could probably give a picture and overview so that sa lahat po who are watching us right now will be also informed. I think I've mentioned to you katatapos lang ng meeting namin, and there is one thing that we have a problem right now because there is a kind of level of stigma or parang
Mm-hmm.
perception ng community. So to help you out, when we say PUM and PUI,
Yes.
it doesn't mean that you're positive. It will never tell you that you're positive. The only way that will tell you if you're positive with the virus is if you undergo the specific testing. And when we say specific testing, you will be handled by a medical professional. They will take a sample of your test, a sample of your body fluid, which is
Mm-hmm.
actually it's a swab test, and then you will wait for a certain number of hours or days for you to get the test. So yung PUI and PUM is that you will be called PUM when there is a possibility that you are exposed to
Mm-hmm.
someone who has been possibly infected also. You become PUI if you have a certain set of symptoms, and usually, according to Department of Health, usually it's because that you have a fever that is 38 degrees Celsius,
Mm-hmm.
or if you have a recent travel history to a place where there has been already a proven local transmission. So in the Philippines right now, kaya I think it's in Luzon because in Manila is the epicenter because there has been already a proven local transmission within them. So usually, if I am in the province, let's say in different areas in the province. Tapos if some healthcare and some healthcare people will ask me, do you have recent travel in Manila? Then I have no symptoms, then I am considered PUM or
Mm-hmm.
person under monitoring. And then you are required to report in the local health barangay and to connect with the local barangays because they will monitor you. And what you're going to do is that you do a home quarantine. Sa bahay ka lang for
All right.
14 days. And then after that is that if you complete 14 days with no symptoms, they will give you a certification that you have completed the home quarantine. The difference, though, between PUI is that you have a recent travel from an area na most likely there is a local transmission. Let's say, for example, Manila or Hong Kong or probably in China or anywhere na mataas, Italy. The second is that you have a group of symptoms. It could be may recent travel kasi sa other country, plus meron kang lagnat, which is
Mm-hmm.
38 degree and above, and let's say meron kang sore throat. If you have these three, you are person under investigation. Now, some PUIs, it doesn't mean na agad-agad na hospitalize ka.
Oh.
Okay? So, yeah. So, if you are PUI and if you have a severe symptoms, hindi ka na nahihirapan ka ng huminga, you have difficulty of breathing, then that's a time that you could be hospitalized because of your existing chief complaints or problems. But if you are PUI, positive ka, tapos meron ka lang sore throat and it's not really a big problem, and then you have a fever, but there is no severe respiratory distress, then lalong-lalo na kapag ang kanilang health facility is overwhelmed, you could be also isolated or quarantined at home. But ideally, yung mga PUIs natin, nasa hospital talaga sila. So meaning, just to help also the community na we are, kasi I really love the concept no WHO, right? Kasi parang this gives us understanding and concept
Mm-mm.
that if you are PUM or PUI, it will never tell you that you're positive or not. Mm-mm. So, wag
Wow.
tayong Yes. Huwag tayong mangamba that if we have someone in the community na PUM, it will tell you that there is something wrong. Be happy na meron kang numbers na nare-report in your barangay na may nagde-declare na PUM, because the challenge right now in the community, a lot of people do not disclose that they have recent history or meron silang nararamdaman.
Yeah, because of the stigma nga no, and that's very helpful,
Yes.
Sir Al. It's really I think one of the challenges that we face right now is the stigma, and because of that, talagang hindi sila nagsasabi na
Yes.
out of fear and out of
Mm-hmm.
being isolated. Yeah, galing, galing, galing.
Correct. 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 And
Uh,
I will anchor to that, Coach Alan, no, Pastor Alan. I mean, kasi ngayon, ito lang yung gusto ko talagang sabihin sa mga tao, that stigma comes from ignorance, kasi we don't have the real information. That's why they become fearful. That's why
Mm-mm.
they have that kind of stigma. Yung stigma, we can do something about that, and that is proper education. But yung
Mm-mm.
virus, wala po yung gamot.
Oo.
Okay? Wala tayong vaccine. So, yung stigma, we can do ways. We can do something about that. But with the virus, as of this moment, once you have the virus, it's really now a very challenge, kasi we do not have a vaccine. We do not have a specific therapeutic management, medical management when we treat patients in the hospital. That is why it's very hard, challenge for health workers, for us, na when you have patients who are positive talaga, it would take a lot of emotional support as a health worker din, na sana matatawid to ng pasyenteng positive din also with COVID.
Alam mo, before Coach Miko will answer the next question, no, I love what you said, no? Sa virus talagang it's a natural form of healing, and I love how you define stigma. It comes out of ignorance, and talaga may
Mm-hmm.
gamot sa stigma, and what you're doing right now is that you are educating us. And I also love how you
Yes.
address the mental state and the emotional state of a person na
Mm-hmm.
naging positive. Talagang matatawid yan matatawid. And by what you
Mm-hmm.
are saying right now, I believe the cure to stigma, actually the cure for ignorance is education.
Yes.
And I hope
Yes.
na
Mm-hmm.
maayos natin ito. Thank you for that
Mm-hmm.
powerful sharing, Mr. Al. Yes, Coach Miko, please.
Yes. Oh, may follow-up question lang ako dahil kasi sinabi kanina na parang kailangan mo na mag-quarantine yung PUI, kung tama yung pagkakaintindi ko, for 14 days. Are
Mm-hmm.
there any
Mm-hmm.
cases kung saan kumbaga okay naman siya with the past 14 days pero beyond 14 days saka biglang lumabas yung symptoms?
Yes, that's the challenge right now with the COVID-19. Kasi we know, you've been hearing this a lot already in different media outlets, that the coronavirus is not new. There has been already a lot of coronaviruses. We have the SARS, the MERS-CoV. But what is very interesting with this coronavirus is that it's very, very unique. Kasi nga,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of lead health agencies, even the WHO, sila mismo, they could not really say that there is a specific number of days. Yung 14 days, I think gusto kong i-explain bakit 14 days tayong kina-quarantine. Because when you get the virus inside your body, there will be no symptoms agad. So let's say if someone today who is positive with coronavirus, then I get close contact. And when the virus gets inside my body, it doesn't mean that I will have the symptoms agad. So that makes it very challenging, kasi you can be asymptomatic. It could be you have the virus and then you talk and then nag-atching ka, but because lang nabahin ka lang, but nagiging source ka na pala ng infection or ng virus itself. So kaya siya 14 days, because ideally within 14 days, that's the max na lalabas yung
Mm-hmm.
mga signs and symptoms mo. So if within 14 days you are in home quarantine, or in your 13th day or 10th day, meron ka ng mga signs and symptoms, bigla ka nang nagkakalagnat, you have body malaise, you have sore throat na, you will become now a person under investigation. And when you become person under investigation and then you get to be hospitalized, the medical personnel will now take your sample para itetest ka na nila. And then when the result comes back, that's the time you can say that you are really positive. So that's the two case right now why social distancing is so important, because there are carriers of the virus that might be asymptomatic. Meaning, wala tayong nakikitang sintomas. Wala siyang
Mm.
lagnat. Yes. Kaya kung napapansin nyo, chine-check talaga natin, we do a lot of thermal scanning in the community, sa grocery store, di ba? Kasi parang minsan nafe-feel natin, bakit parang medyo nagiging overreaction tayo na nasa ano lang naman ako, nasa loob ng bangko, nasa
Oo.
isang grocery store, nagkakaroon tayo ng thermal scanning because we don't really know na nag-change yung self mo from time to time. It could be, that's why as much as possible, nasa bahay lang tayo, because we really want to flatten the curve. When we
Oh.
say flatten the curve, babawasan talaga natin ang pagtaas ng cases, and that is by doing social distancing and doing staying at home. Kasi eto talaga, this is a very, very nice concept na na-learn ko, that the virus cannot travel alone.
All
The
right.
virus needs a person in order to infect another person. So if the
Mhm.
virus gets inside to a person who is irresponsible, doesn't do home quarantine, still goes out in the grocery kahit hindi importante ang bibilhin, hindi siya nagdudo ng hand washing as advised. Hindi siya nagpo-protect ng kanyang self when you are exposed in a crowded area. That's the reason why the virus can infect others. But even
Mm.
if you have the virus, but you are a responsible person, you know that you are probably exposed to a certain situation, nasa bahay ka lang, um, you do a lot of hand washing, you protect yourself, you stay away from those people who are very vulnerable. That includes yung mga senior citizen, yung mga
Mm.
bata, for those who are sickly. Then you become, you can be a carrier, but you are not a carrier who infects others. So I think that's also something na kaya a lot of NGOs are doing a lot of education campaign in the community kasi nauunahan talaga tayo ng fear and takot na baka kung ma-isolate ka, ikukulong ka sa ospital. No, it is not like that.
Wow, thank you, Sir Al. No, very informative. I just like to ask a personal question. I hope you don't
Yeah,
mind.
sure. Mm-hmm.
So, how are you responding to it emotionally and mentally? Of all this information that you have,
Mm-hmm.
personally,
Mm-hmm.
can you share to our audience so that they might get some wisdom and insight on how a professional health worker like you is handling these challenges emotionally and mentally?
Yes, honestly, that's pinagdadaanan ko rin yan today.
Mm.
My mom has been calling me for how many days, why I'm not going home, why I'm not going home, why are you not coming home? I would always tell them that this is for your protection. I'm actually not staying sa bahay namin because
Mm.
both my parents are actually a senior citizen. They are 75 years old. We are very prone to any form of infection. And then may mga kids din sa bahay. And I think I can really relate sa question ngayon kasi it's very you are working for others. You face a
Yes.
lot of people. I actually go to community and we do parang yung setup niya is medical mission. We actually operate parang mga community based na medical checkups, and as a nurse meron talaga akong time na makakapag-interact with the patient no matter how I wanted to protect myself. And it's a very good question. How do I really prepare myself emotionally?
Mm.
Number one, bumabalik talaga ako doon sa sinumpaang tungkulin ko that I would really wanted to serve the country, the people
Mm.
na in serving others in little ways, meron kaming magawa. But to do it emotionally, number one, in terms of physical, nagkakaroon ako meron din akong tinawag na social media distancing. Kasi
Okay.
maraming fake news din about the virus is how transmitted. na
Oo.
kesyo nabubuhay daw siya sa ganito, kesyo ang virus, it can be transmitted through this. So hindi natin, we are just really waiting from the lead health agency. Sila talaga yung nagko-confirm. So nagiging paranoid ka na rin minsan na kung sino na lang yung nakakausap mo. So one thing that I do is that number one, I put myself mentally na protected. So
Mhm.
I don't really entertain a lot of yung mga, uy, sabi dito may namatay. I don't entertain that. I do not take it very personally to protect myself, also both emotionally and mentally. I have now a lesser engagement with social media, especially right now na ang daming nangyayari sa social media. I read, I give also my ano, and then second is, I always believe na life, what happens to you is
Mhm.
10%. How you react to it, that's 90%.
Alright.
So, ganun talaga. And then, in the morning, hindi ko inaalis that there's a time for me to think over. I have this as some sort of reflection.
Mhm.
I really pray. Prayer talaga, number one. I am a Muslim, honestly. Every morning,
Mhm.
nagpe-pray kami. But kahit nasa van na ako going to my work, I still do extra dua or prayers. Kasi that's the only thing na nakakapagpa-free sa akin. So meaning, one thing that to help me prepare emotionally is really find focus and center. Kasi if ako mismo yung source of panic, around
Mm.
me will become panic na rin. So, kahit nagpapanik na yung parents ko, I would still always let them understand why this is happening. Kahit may mga patient na pumupunta sa akin, I tell them that these are the facts at do not think, wag kang mag-overthink. There are some people who would message me in the messenger na anong gagawin nila, meron silang narinig na kapitbahay nila, PUM, PUI. Then I would
Mm.
tell them that there are certain rules, certain protocols that you can follow. As long as you follow this, then you have nothing to worry. Because kahit pa na there are positive in your community, as long as you protect yourself, social distancing, hand washing, you have a good immune system, then you can actually fight the virus. And it has been in there are a lot of published articles that your immune system is
Mhm.
directly affected by your emotional and mental status. Kaya ako ginagawa yun na nagso-social media distancing din ako to boost my immune system. So, boosting my immune system is really one way talaga na hindi ako basta-basta mag-get infected.
Mhm.
Ah, Sir Al, i-ano ko lang, no, the powerful, no, I believe when the people hear this, they can get insights from this. Sabi mo kanina,
Mm,
in strengthening your emotional aspect, kasi talagang in
mm-hmm.
dealing with this pandemonium, we really need every
Yeah.
aspect in our life strong eh. That's make our
Mm-hmm.
immune system strong. Sabi mo kanina,
Mm-hmm.
ang emotional strengthening mo is getting back to your why. So its purpose. Can you tell our
Uh-uh.
viewers and those who will watch this in replay is
Mm-hmm.
probably in a sentence or in a statement, what is the
Mm-hmm.
why or what is the purpose of Sir Al Madale?
Wow, ang bigat ng question. Baka maiyak ako dito.
Kaya mo
Actually,
yan.
that's one thing. Oo, everyday, isa po yan sa tinatanong ko sa self ko. Everyday, bakit ako bumabangon? Para saan ako today? That's one question talaga. Personally, everyday, para bumabalik ako sa center and focus ko to myself. Para saan ako today? And
Mm.
my why is that it doesn't matter kung ano na ako, but my why is really to help and cure others. And curing others doesn't mean na kailangan kong nasa loob ng hospital para mag-cure. Kasi isa nga sa pinakamalaking kalaban natin ngayon is to cure the ignorance of people. Kaya meron tayong mga social unrest na nangyayari, hindi tayo mapakali. So, yun talaga yung why nababangon ako today because I have patients waiting for me. I have people waiting for me na mga frontliners who would also wanted to make feel that they are not also alone in this fight. So that's my why. My why is for the humanity. I've been a humanitarian worker for more than 15 years. Since
Mm-hmm.
high school ako, I have dedicated myself. I have worked in different kinds of humanitarian setups, both local, international, lindol, bagyo, sunog, militar na pagkagulo, andoon ako. And it's really difficult when you see a lot of people na who have difficulty of paano nila i-handle
Mm-hmm.
yung emotional struggle nila, and how I wish na yung how to handle the emotional struggle is nalaman din nila. Kasi ngayon, akala natin relief foods lang yung kailangan.
Yeah,
Meron
yeah.
din tayong tinatawag siya na emotional relief. May
Mm-hmm.
emotional relief na binibigay din natin. And
Correct.
that's emotional support. So one thing na ginagawa namin ngayon is that I have this small group na gumagawa kami ng DIY face shields, and we
Mm-hmm.
distribute this to frontliners to make them feel that they are not alone in this fight. Yun lang yung message namin doon na, uy, ingatan yung sarili nyo kasi naniniwala kami sa inyo at salamat sa mga serbisyo ninyo. And nafe-feel talaga
Wow.
nila that, yeah, and there was one doctor who told me that, Al, thank you so much for giving us the face shields kasi when
Mm-hmm.
he distributed it to some nurses, nakita daw talaga niyan sa mga mata na there was really a glare of hope in the eyes of those nurses na kahit mag-house to house sila, maghahanap sila ng PUM, PUI, kahit let's say hindi 100% yung protection from the face shield,
Mm-hmm.
they have felt na, hi, at least meron din palang nagmamahal sa amin. So, yun yung gusto namin ibigay na message, hope to everyone. And
Alam
that's
mo,
also my wife.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Ang
ang
ganda
ganda
nun.
nung why
Sige,
niya, no,
coach.
Coach Miko, talagang to
Mm.
help and cure others, cure the
Mhm.
ignorance of others, and that you are really for humanity. And I love the, no, I love the hashtag na, para sa akin, hashtag to. Besides from food relief, talagang emotional relief. So I guess,
Mhm.
no, Sir Al, I believe you are meant to be poured out, what you're doing right now. And again, let's
Mhm.
go
Thank
back
you.
doon sa naman sa how do you respond and how do you protect your sanity? Paliwanag mo ng konti, besides from social distancing, sige. Ay,
Mhm.
social media
Mhm.
distancing.
Baka kasi
Mhm.
makapulot din ng mga tips ng ating mga
Correct,
nanonood
correct.
ngayon.
Yes, thank you. Meron akong ginagawa every day. I have this certain list na dapat kong gawin. And nasa list ko doon is self-care. Self-care. So number one doon is that kahit pagod na pagod ako in caring for people in the community, or kapag nagdi-distribute kami or gumagawa kami ng mask, we do mask 24/7 kasi napakaliit ng team namin pero napakalaki
Mhm.
ng demand. And yung feel namin of urgency, kailangan mabigay natin to agad. We cannot wait and we cannot afford na may health worker na mamamatay pa. Okay?
Oo.
So parang one way na nakikip namin yung sanity, to be honest, is that I check the closest people around me. Okay? Nag-check ako sa kanila and I call them. I do video calling with them. At habang gumagawa kami ng mass, parang napapa-relieve ako na, you know, ito yung ginagawa ko ngayon. Tapos nagsasabi sila na, uy, keep up, keep doing it. We believe in you. Salamat. So parang yun yung parang isa sa nagbibigay sa akin. I establish a good close contact dun sa mga totoong people who can give me emotional support. And then
Mhm.
second sa ginagawa ko to keep my sanity, hindi ako nagpapalipas ng gutom. Kapag if it's
Okey.
time to eat talaga, or even if madidelay akong kumain, I make sure that I have something to fill up my tummy. Kasi ayaw kong
Oo.
isipin, kasi before, na learning lesson ko yan, na parang humanitarian worker, binibigay mo lahat-lahat. At the end of the day, ikaw yung may sakit, ikaw yung gutom. Di ba?
Mhm.
So, I realized that in order for you to take care for others, you have to take care of yourself first. So, isa talaga
Wow.
yun sa ginagawa ko. So, nagso-social media distancing ako. I do a good reflection in the morning. At saka hindi ko kinakat. Hindi, kahit may sense of urgency, hindi ko kinakat yung mga bagay na nagpapasaya sa akin. So, just like yesterday, I called a very good friend of mine. Sabi ko, where are you? Sabi niya, nasa city. I'm going back to my place. And our place is kinda, we are staying in one place. Sabi ko,
Mhm.
can you please buy my favorite chocolate cake. So, yun lang. So, pagdating niya, it's not the chocolate cake. Ang na-feel ko doon, okay, may nagmamahal sa mga frontliners. And then as I was, eating the chocolate cake, nakapag-give din siya ng relief sa akin na, you really have to take care of myself. Kasi at the end of the day, ikaw pa rin yung tatanggol at poprotekta sa sarili mo. So, in order for me to protect and serve others, kailangan ko talaga din protektahan ng sarili ko.
Wow. Thank you.
And
Ang galing, no?
follow-up question lang din, since you
Yes,
mentioned
Coach.
about your small team na tumutulong dun sa
Yeah.
DIY face shields, maybe can you share a bit of
Yes.
details about sa kanila at kung paano rin na i-share sa kanila ang self-care? Syempre, kayo lahat is working round the clock. Ano po ba yung
Yes.
kakamustahan kayo? Ano po ba yung iba pang mga ginagawa nila?
Yes, so one thing is that, especially me being one of the person advocate of mental health, number one, although 24/7 kaming nag-work round the clock, hindi ko pinapasobra yung isang person na halos 12 hours. So meron kaming specific time. You can volunteer 24 round the clock, pero may days na mag-rest ka talaga at may days na mag-work ka talaga. Tapos, hindi namin pinapa-feel sa kanila that na hindi sila appreciated. Okay, so we really encourage them, or especially me, kapag merong mga turnover ng mga face shields, I do not let myself na ako yung magpapapicture, because even though ako yung nag-lead sa group, I always tell them that the credit does not and will never be because of me. The credit of our output, of our help in the community, it's because of everyone's collective effort. So I make sure that everybody is acknowledged and everybody's contribution is really appreciated. And then my days din na sinasabihan ko sila na, if you were to eat something today na namimiss mo kasi lockdown, it's so difficult to walang mga masyadong magandang place mapuntahan. Ano yung namimiss mo na food? And then kapag sasabihin sa akin ng volunteer, sabi niya, Kuya Al or Sir Al, I miss eating pizza. And then yun, we order pizza for that day. Para, to make them feel na, okay, talagang, okay, yun, may nagkikare din.
Alam mo, Coach Miko, I believe na Sir Al is very strong in mental health and mental wellness. Saan palang area mo, Sir Al?
So currently, I am now based in Iligan City. This is a city in northern Mindanao. But in southern Philippines, kami din yung epicenter, because kami din yung my first confirmed case of COVID outside Metro Manila. So kaya medyo mataas din ang level of, panic, yung mga anxiety and fear among the people kung paano nata-transmit. Kasi honestly, kami din yung second, aside from Metro Manila, kami agad yung nag-declare agad ng lockdown after Metro Manila. So, ibig sabihin, you are not really encouraged to go out. Wala kaming public transport. Ang curfew namin is 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Alright.
So, nag-buy rush, nag-rush na kaming mag-buy ng things 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Kasi usually, 4 p.m., even the stores, nag-limit na sila ng mga tao. And aside from that, I also go to Lanao del Sur and in Marawi City. That's where I am working right now. So, yung dadaan ka sa napakaraming checkpoints to do decontamination, face a lot of thermal scanners and a lot of health worker and people working in the front lines. Yung struggle mo na ganun yung nafe-face mo from time to time, it's really an amazing experience. Talagang if something after this quarantine, siguro magsusulat talaga ako ng top 10 lessons na na-learn ko from this experience.
Alam mo, mabuti na banggit mo yan, Coach Miko, kaya ko rin tinanong kung saan ang area ni Sir Al. I would just like to ask na after this pandemonium or after this challenge na pinagdaanan natin as a bansa, and especially in the specific areas that you are in, ano yung desired outcome mo na mangyari sa nasasakupan mo at bilang ikaw na humanitarian worker after all of this?
I'm sorry, bilang humanitarian, ano yung
Ang humanitarian worker po, ano po yung parang end goal or yung outcome na nais natin marating hanggang 'pag natapos na itong, quarantine, ma-solve na natin itong pinagdadaanan bilang sa bansa?
yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Coach Miko and Coach Pastor Alan. No, napakaganda ng tanong. Ano ba yung end goal natin? Our
Mhm.
outcome. Ito yung parang personal hashtag ko. Oo. Meron akong sinasabi na iligtas ang nag-iisang Pilipinas.
Wow.
We are the only Filipino. Oo. Parang we have no one to protect except ang ating mga sariling kababayan. And kung walang magte-take care sa Filipinos, ano nang mangyayari sa atin 10 years from now, 5 years from now as a country? So that's the only thing na parang goal natin. Our goal is to lessen or stop the transmission or pagkalat ng COVID-19 in different areas in the Philippines. Because if tayo lahat we get infected, I don't think so kakayanin ng Pilipinas. Ano na lang kaya tayo 5 years or 10 years from now. So that's yung end goal natin. Maligtas natin ang nag-iisang bansa, ang nag-iisang bayan natin.
Wow. Sir Al,
Mhm.
what's more dangerous? The virus or the stigma?
For me, kasi the virus, it's dangerous in the sense that there's no vaccine for it. But
Mhm.
the virus can never get inside you if you are a responsible person.
Mhm.
So if you are a responsible person, you get the real and right informations coming from right institutions or right person. Huwag maniwala sa fake news. Huwag
Mhm.
na hindi ka maniniwala kung ano yung mga binibigay sa'yo na extra precautions to protect yourself. So, in most sa mga naririnig ko na kwento-kwento, bakit mataas ang cases sa ibang lugar? It's
Yeah.
because sabi nila, ay hindi namin alam, ay hindi namin sure na ganito pala. And it's really because the stigma. Maraming nagugutom ngayon because probably dahil sa ang daming nag-panic buying, ngayon
Oo.
pala pwede pa
Oo.
naman pala pwede naman pala tayong lumabas, we can still buy. Ang dami. So hindi
Mm.
rin naman meron din namang other issues and concerns, but sa question mo, napaka-deadly ng ignorance. Kasi
Yeah.
sa ibang bansa, if you see videos, may mga community na hindi nila nirerespeto at sinasaktan na nila mismo yung mga healthcare worker because of their ignorance. So, a
Bago,
lot of a lot of civilization is na wipe out because of ignorance.
bago
Okay.
magtanong si Coach Miko, gusto ko lang, ayoko mawala eh. Virus is dangerous, ignorance is deadly. Ang dami ko ng hashtag sa'yo ha. You're very good, Sir Al.
I like that. Yes, I like that, Coach Alan. No? Yes, thank you so much. Oo, yan din yung ikukwento
Grabe.
ko sa iba, that virus is dangerous, but ignorance is deadly.
Yeah, please include
Mm.
that on your top 10. Sige nga, Coach
Ayun.
Miko, please
Oo.
go on with your
Well,
question.
ito follow-up lang talaga 'no. Ano yung ilan sa mga huling puwedeng maibigay natin na tips sa, nanonood sa atin ngayon, para
Yes.
ma-combat yung mga fake information, yung, paano mas
Yes.
i-spread yung education at paano natin mai-include ang mental health
Yes.
dun?
Okay, thank you. So, paano siya may-include yung mental health? Number one, kahit nasa home quarantine ka, do not do not spend your more time sa mga bagay na hindi makakatulong sa mental health mo. Do not do self-indulgence. You can watch a lot of movies in the Netflix, pero wag mong ubusin yung 24 hours mo for Netflix and movies, okay? You make your
Mhm.
time very productive. Yung mga bagay-bagay na wini-wish list mo lang before kasi hindi mo magawa kasi nga busy ka sa work, gawin mo na siya ngayon. Oo. So you can do it little by little para ma-establish mo siya as a habit so that kapag matapos ang quarantine, hindi lang ka naging safe but also naging productive ka sa bahay. So it is just a matter of focus. Tapos yung tip ko in order to protect yourself, yun lang talaga. To protect yourself is a self-responsibility. So,
Mhm.
and then to avoid also fake informations, always revalidate. There is, para dun sa may mga Viber,
Yeah.
Viber apps. You can actually, there's actually an official Viber link na anyone can join in from the Department of Health, where they provide the real informations. Oo, yung mga up to date, yung mga number of cases, yung mga haka-haka na may mga nagpupunta-punta daw sa mga bahay, huwag papasukin, mga ganon, ma-validate natin doon kasi sila din mismo nagbibigay sila ng official statements. And then always cooperate with your health authorities. Kapag sasabihin ng doktor na take care of yourself, wag mong expose parating self mo, do it because this is not only for you. This is for your family and for your country and for your future self. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you, Sir Al. Before we do the love bomb boom, I want you to know that my interview with you together with Coach Miko is very helpful, and I have written all of
Thank
the
you.
hashtagable, and you are full of wisdom, and it's an honor na makilala ka
Yes,
even
thank
in this
you.
platform. Virus is
Thank you
dangerous,
so much.
ignorance is deadly, and then of course we do not only need
Yes.
physical relief, food relief, but emotional relief. And my favorite, top two favorite, to protect yourself is a responsibility, and of course your why is for humanity.
Yeah.
Sir Al, I hope we can meet in a different venue. I pray that you will
Yes.
always be
Thank
protected,
you.
and may God bless you with your advocacy, and may you continue to be
Thank
poured
you.
out so that people would be blessed. Because
Yes.
we are in a time of social distancing, meron tayong
Yes.
tinuturo na love bomb boom.
Boom, boom.
Can you follow
Yeah.
me, Sir Al?
Yeah.
Okay, surely.
Ayan.
Okay.
It's the heart, and it's called
Okay,
love
it's the
bomb,
heart.
and
Uh-huh.
then pasabugin natin boom.
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 Yan.
Okay, there, my camera is set.
Yan.
Yeah, sure.
Actually,
Boom.
you are doing it already. You're spreading the love bomb boom. But today, let's
Thank
make it
you.
a gesture before we end this interview. Sabay-sabay tayo, Coach Miko and Sir Al.
Oh,
One,
sure.
two, three, go. Love bomb
Boom,
boom.
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 One more time, one
Thank
more
you.
time.
Ayun, one more
One
time.
more time. Love bomb
Ah,
boom.
Love bomb boom.
Ayan,
All
so
right.
before we officially end po this interview, um, baka po pwede po natin na konting gusto nyo konting bati lang sa inyong small team and maybe gusto
Yes,
niyo sabihin
yes.
itag yung name ng team ninyo
Thank you
for
so
doing
much.
great for this event.
Yes. Yes. Oo. Thank you so much. First is magpapasalamat ako for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Coach Miko, for considering me. Thank you so much, Coach Pastor Alan, for this very wonderful interview. I am so guided. This is ang lahat ng nangyayari ngayon is very fluid. Hindi ko alam kung tama ba yung mga pagkakasabi ko, but I hope so na nakatulong tayo to inspire positivity sa community natin. And with that, Coach Miko, maraming salamat also for giving me the opportunity na papasalamatan ko ang buong team of the Motivation Philippines, especially kay Reggie De La Torre, kay Dwayne Abadilla, who's supervising the production, sa aming team, sa volunteers namin, kay Andre, kay James, kay Princess, kay Farhan, Mustafa, at sa volunteers across na naging partner din namin in order for us to reach a lot of people. Kasi yung siniserve namin is not only in our city, but even in the most remotest municipality na wala silang protection, ay pinapadalhan namin. So thank you so much sa aming mga volunteers at sa lahat din ng mga genuine donors na talagang tinatawagan kami at tumutulong at binibigyan kami ng materials to produce more. Thank you. Thank you so much from
And,
the bottom of our heart.
and Coach Miko and Al, before we release you, Coach A is saying hi and tell Al to give my regards to him, our master Coach A.
Oh my
Master
God,
Coach
baka
A.
maiyak ako, Coach A. I so miss you and thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, Coach A. In time, babalik at babalik ako. I miss the DCAP family.
Yeah. Okay. Sir Al, love bomb boom. Thank you. Thank
Much.
you.
Love, bam, boom. Thank you. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you, Coach Miko. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Napaka nice. Thank you so much. God bless us all.
God bless.
Yes.
Coach Miko, salamat. Tumano na